I'm glad to be here.
You are wonderful. What did you want to look at, or?
No.
No.
I just want to give you a big slobbery virtual kiss.
Oh.
I can't tell you how excited I am about your system. I can't tell you how much it's meant for me. I made $23,000 in about a month's time with your system. I do not have one single position that I've lost money on.
Oh, you're too
I am
nice.
just stunned. I am a moon lover.
It is now time for The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters out there. I'm Steve Rhodes, your host of the Trader's Edge, and thank you so much for joining us. For all of you folks out on the West Coast, 6 a.m., well, really 6:07, and, just time to get out of bed and stretch those arms, and everybody else around the world on the East Coast, thanks so much for joining us. I absolutely love doing this. This is my favorite time of the day. Great way to get kicked off. This is Friday, but it's not just Friday, it's Financial Freedom Friday, folks. And thanks so much for joining us. Our call number is 877-927-6648. We'll talk about the markets in a bit. You've got the futures it's been a roller coaster overnight. I think it might have been about, 1:32 in the morning, and you had the Dow futures up 100 plus, and then about 6 a.m. you had them down 100 plus, or not 100 plus, but 100 minus. Right now you've got them down about 27, and there's some patterns that have taken place. There's some real synergy going on. We'll take a look at the ABC patterns. We'll take a look at the Gartley buy pattern that is out there. We'll take a look at how things tested swing points. And for any of you that sounds foreign, we're going to help you. I'm going to help you communicate. I'm going to help you understand just exactly the language that goes on in the charts. But, it's Financial Freedom Friday. I get to start my day off looking at my favorite spot, my favorite spot in the whole universe. And, folks, life is really all about being able to change your state of mind. Everything that you do is because of your state of mind. And each of us do things on an ongoing basis that impact that, whether it's what it is that you're consuming in your body, food, drink, or what have you, what it is that your mind is focused on, the meaning that you give, whatever's coming into you. And so and many times, the universe is going to throw stuff at you. It's going to throw all kinds of stuff. It's going to throw fear at you, which is what goes on in the markets. And we want to be able to help you understand what the communication language is that's going on out there, the non-random patterns, what it is that you can expect. We want to help you understand what a failure is, a successful failure, because that's really all about trading. That's really what we're all about, is really trying to, Financial Freedom Friday is you being able to empower yourself. So, if you've tuned in here for me to kind of kickstart that for you, I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for your presence here today. And one of the things that is, I figure that most of us that are here together right now, most of us, quite frankly, have been providers all of our life. You likely provide for, your spouse, your family, your friends, your employees. Maybe you're providing for your employer. We're all providers here. That's one of the things that's unique. Now, one of the things that is most difficult for a provider to do, because you're so focused on being able to provide for somebody, is actually receive gifts. Amazingly so. You might like surprises. The reality is you only like the surprises that you want. The market sometimes gives us surprises, so you only like those surprises that you want. But the key is that as a provider, one of the things that you have to open yourself up to is you have to open yourself up to receiving gifts. And there's no question that here at TFNN, we have all kinds of gifts for you. We're here to help you achieve your financial freedom. And it's not just done on Friday, folks. It's done every day of the week. But, Friday is a good day to start celebrating that. It's a good day to start taking action. And in our playground, because this is the TFNN playground, and you're a part of that playground, folks, the level that we play at here, the level is called outstanding. Why? Because we want you to stand out. We want to stand out. We want you to stand out. So whatever it is that you're doing today, whatever your vision of what it is that you have for yourself today, whatever it is that you're going to do for your fellow man, your fellow woman, make sure that the level that you're doing it at is outstanding. Because outstanding, folks, outstanding, if this is, if I were standing up here, the top of my head would be excellence. The middle of my body, that would be good. The bottom floor, the ground, that would be poor. Okay? And, folks, for those things that you do, when you play in the playground of outstanding, folks, which is just a little bit above excellent, that's where all the rewards are. And you have to be willing to receive those awards. Believe it or not, a lot of people are afraid of success because of what it might come with. Because for your entire childhood, as you were growing up, you heard phrases that, that made it sound like wealth, if you will, wealth accumulation was a bad thing. If you take a look at what goes on a day-to-day basis in the media, when I grew up, there was basically, 3 channels on television, if you will. Today, you're consumed by channels on the television, on the internet, all over the place. And the reality is that folks are looking for news stories. They just pile on without, and so if there's a wave that's going out there right now, the attack is on wealth accumulation. There is no question in my mind that the people that have accumulated wealth are able to do so much for so many people. And you're a provider. So whether you're a provider by providing jobs for employees, by providing some certainty for your family, providing certainty for your employer, then you want to make sure that you're living at that outstanding level, because that's what success is all about. And successful people, and I know you're successful, we do the things that unsuccessful people don't. If you're trying to figure out how to jumpstart your financial freedom, then one of the things that you absolutely must do, you must do this, folks, if you want to live at that outstanding level, is you need to come over, check out our services at TFNN, because what you have to lose by not doing that is your time. And you cannot replace time. I mean, it's going by just like this. Before we know it, I'll be done with this show. Then we've got Tom and I who come to do the Money Master show. Then we've got Basil Chapman. Before I know it, the day will be over. And where will you be in your plan for financial freedom? So I want you to be able to come over to our site. I want you to check out all the services that we have. We've got great coaches, if you will. You can try my service for 30 days. All you're doing is you're putting down a credit card, and you get 30 days of my services. You've got Tom's services. You get those 2-week free trials. I mean, folks, we are here to absolutely help you. And I know that there's only, you just need to kickstart. And why do you want to even play at the level of outstanding? How is it that you get there? Well, the reality is it's inspirational moments. You can go back through your life and take a look at the things that inspired you. I like to go back and take a look at athletic events, mostly and large athletic events, because even if you didn't see it, you typically would see the replay on the media or what have you. And so the question is, how is it that you get yourself to be motivated to get to that level? Well, one of the athletic events that I like was back in the Olympics. There was a gal. It was when the U.S. Olympic women's team was real close to being able to win the gold. And there was a gal there named Carrie Scruggs, I think was her last name. And she was the one, folks, that had accidentally sprained her ankle. I think it was during, an exercise, or it was during a warm-up or what have you. And she had to do the vault, the vault where you go running down, at full speed, bounce off of a little platform, get your hands on the vault and do a couple of flips in the air, get up about 20 feet and come bang right down on the mat, right? And in order for the U.S. women's team, in order to go win gold, she had to perform the vault. And she could barely walk. When we talk about focus, we talk about being able to change your state, how important being able to change your state is. She's a perfect example of that. Here's a girl that, she was a provider, right? She was a provider to you as an American because she was representing your team. She was a provider to her teammates, to her parents, to her coaches. And what she did was she went ahead and accepted the gift, right? She went ahead and she accepted the gift of being able to change her state, being able to change her focus, got down to the starting line, focused on what she wanted to do, not on what was hurting her, not on her pain, the same thing that you or I, each of us, need to do. And she focused on what she wanted to do. And what did she do? She pulled off the most miraculous vault. And when she came down, it was a outstanding landing, right? Because that's the level that we live at, folks. She stood out. And it brought tears. it's still, when I think about it, okay, I can feel a tear welling up inside me because I can go back to that moment. And why? What was it that really allowed her to do that, folks? It's real simple. It's right here. It's her heart. It's right in her heart. In fact, I forgot to mention, folks, you should watch this on TigerTV because you can see this live. You can see all the charts. You can see everything we're looking at. You can even see me. And, the thing is, folks, it was her heart. And that's really the gift, okay? And that's the gift that I want to give you. You've got to follow your heart. Maybe not your mind, your heart. Who is it that you want to become? And with regard to Financial Freedom Friday, where is it that you want to be able to take your life to, your level to? And, folks, if you're listening in, what we'd like you to do is Tom and I have got a free workshop that we are doing, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, October 1st, from 8:30 to 11:30. It's going to be held at the Grand Hyatt in Tampa. It is just outside the airport. It's very convenient to get to in Florida, and it's very convenient to get to if you're not in Florida because you can land at the airport, you can grab a taxi, and you can, within about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, you're over at the hotel. So please join us. You've got to go to the front page of TFNN under Breaking News. You'll see the Wealth Mastery button, if you will. It's under, and just go ahead, click on that, and you can sign up for it. It's absolutely free, and it's the gift from Tom and I to you. And we want to be able to give you this extraordinary gift, but you have to be willing to receive it. Just as we want to be able to give you our help, we want to be able to help you understand, what's going on in the market. So we've got a minute to go here. Let's go take a look at first let's take a look at the futures, then we'll go to some of our callers, and you can get in on the calling action because I'd love to hear from you at 877-927-6648. So right now what I have up on the screens is the ES Mini. That is the S&P futures contract. Now, you want to talk about some perfect patterns that were set up out there. And this morning, I won't go back to figure out what time it is, but sometime this morning, maybe it was around 7:30, 8 o'clock, what have you, we had a nice push down on the futures. Now, that was actually a good thing. Why was it a good thing? Because it was completing a pattern. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be, somewhere in midstream. You don't want to be between the first and second floor, what have you. You like to see these patterns complete. When you take a look at my screen, one of the things that you'll notice is that what we did was we completed an AB equals CD pattern. You hear that? That's where we take a measurement between two swing points. In this case here, the top swing point on the ES Mini was August 31st. The high there was 1229. The low of the first move was what we call our B point. That was down at the 1123 area. The market moves up to 1214 on the 16th of September, and this morning the projection would have been 1108.36. Actually got down a little bit lower than that, got down to 1102, but it completed that AB equals CD pattern and also created a Gartley buy pattern, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. EverBank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call EverBank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. EverBank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's go to Kevin in Mass. Kevin, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Thank you very much, man. How are you today, Steve?
Oh, doing great. You know, looking for that extra gear. You know, each of us always have another gear. So this morning you're kicking it off. You're going to help me get it into another gear here.
I wonder how you and Tom always stay so cheery, man. But anyway, that's
focus. It's just like I was telling you about in really that first segment. You know, it really is all about focus. And you know, in the click of a in the snap of a finger, I can absolutely change my focus, no matter what it is that the universe is throwing at me. You know, I have taught myself to be able to do that, and that's what I want everybody else to be able to do. And I'll teach that when we're together the following Saturday, because it is.
Yeah, I wish I could go,
it's
but
so important, so important. But thanks for asking, and thanks for thinking that Tom and I we're always like this.
Yeah,
we're absolutely like this. You know, it's pretty much nonstop. So,
okay, couple questions.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've been listening to Tom and you guys for quite a bit. I'm not a day trader. I kind of just
sure.
And so I've been out of the market for I guess since December of 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, last January. Just last year. So it's basically a year.
Hey, good for you.
Well, I've been kind of going, well, what do I do? When we, so your comment. So I've been kind of. I thought it bottomed, then it went up, and I said, oh, did I miss it? Then it went back down again, then it went back up, then it went back down again. And I guess my question would be, one, is you made a comment on the NYA yesterday saying that if it closes below this 68.27 for the week,
yes,
that's You know, I know you guys talk about the Qs and the other ones, but this one isn't it? The NAA is a combination of all the stocks.
Yeah, it's basically, it covers, I think, about 3,000 to 4,000 trading stocks, the real stocks that are trading out there. So it's the best breadth of the market in what's going on. So it's often overlooked, but it's not overlooked here.
Okay, 2 questions then. One is, I guess if we close above it, we're going higher for the short term, or this would be a bottom. And then the second thing, would it be the bottom? Or 2, if we close below it, I'll just stay in cash until we talk about it again.
Yeah, well, so absolutely, you know, in order to play the breathing pattern that goes on in the markets, you don't have to be a day trader, for example. Okay, you know, you can take a look at some other cycles that are out there. You know, for example, the cycle of sell in May, you know, and go away. Okay, you know, if you had done that, May 2nd was the high this year. So you actually could have taken a short position if you know. The thing is that you know, absolutely, I understand that 4 out of 5 people are just scared to death about losing money. I totally understand that. And I mean, I'm a provider. So, you know, the last thing that I want to be able to do is I want to be able to lose money. But when I take a look at loss, I don't just take a look at, I take a look at opportunity loss. You know, and what I want to do is I want to understand how it is. I want to understand the math and the probability management behind it. But that's neither here nor there right now. You know, I want to be able to answer your question. And the reason that I picked out 68, 27, 13 is the exact number. And the reason is because if you're watching this on Tiger TV, what you're looking at is you're looking at a candle that was created on August the 12th. And these candle patterns, these Japanese candlestick patterns, are very important to understand. That is a hammer candle. That is a weekly hammer candle. That should be real strong. I expect that what we'll see today is we'll see a close above that. But we got below that. The market is definitely going to be going lower. We're in the worst bear market possible. Cash is a good position if you don't want to, you know, start trying to put that cash to work to play the breathing pattern. If we close below it today, though, you know, it is telling us that there are very ominous things going to happen. If you believe that history repeats itself, then all we have to do is go back to the chart on the NYA and take a look at history. Well, the last time that we had that hammer candle show up on a weekly basis, folks, that was the week of September 19th, 2008. When we got a close below that, which was 2 weeks later, that marked, we had the same move down from the highs that we had in the market in 2007 to that point in time, from the bottom of that to our March lows. And so I expect that what we'll see is we'll see a similar pattern unfold. And so, you know, what we're trying to do, I'm trying to, you know, ride my horse and sound the alarm for all of the folks, because I know 70% of the folks that are listening here, Kevin, have their money tied up in some type of retirement fund, where all that they can really do, they can't play the market going short, but what they can do is they can go to cash. And so this close today is very important. Now, to answer your question, we close above that? Yeah, I think we have a bounce coming on. But is this a long-term low? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Thanks for calling, Kevin. You bet. Folks, 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
It's always better when we're together.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stock placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. 877-927-6648. We've got the Dow down 33, the S&P's down 3, the Composite down 6, and the Russell is leading the charge, the small caps up a point. And let's go to our caller. Let's go to Phil in Boston. Phil, thanks for calling.
Good morning, Steve. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Nice to
speak to you.
Nice to hear your voice.
Some wild times these days, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, you talk about if you wake up several times in the night like I do, you know, you can watch that roller coaster. All you have to do is look at a screen or just maybe look at a phone, but absolutely wild times.
As soon as the markets open in Europe, boy, it's wild. I mean, I don't pay attention really to the Forex markets until 9 o'clock because that shows the real picture, what the dollar index is doing and what the gold and other commodities. But I don't like the electronically traded markets.
Well, it's when you take a look at the dollar index, you know, about I think the weighting is around 56% of it or close to that is the euro. So, you know, a little secret, if you are up and you want to take a look at the currency pair market, you know, watching the euro and the pound start trading at about 2 a.m. Right now while we're still on daylight savings time, it will also give you a feel because it's kind of like it's when the currency market really opens up over there. And, you know, just much like our market during the first 30 minutes, that 9:30 to 10 o'clock time frame, that opening range, it's really helpful just to see what's going on. And it was very wild in Europe overnight, you know, because probably at about 3 or 4 in the morning, You had the DAX was up, the FTSE was up, CAC was up just slightly, but it was up, and then 2 hours later it was down 150 points on the DAX, what have you.
It sure as hell looks like to me that the dollar index is going to like 83 right now.
Well, what it did, and what I've got up on the screen, is it actually completed yesterday. It completed a Gartley sell pattern. And the way that we take a look at that, folks, is we take a look at a Gartley. In order to have a Gartley pattern, you have an ABC, which is a retracement of a leg, whether it's a leg up or a leg down. In this case here, it was a retracement of a leg down, because where I'm going to, folks, I'm going to the January 10th highs that we made in the U.S. dollar index, and the high there was 81.64. And Phil, came all the way down to the lows that we had at around $72 in May, bounced up, pulled back, and then has had this big run up here. So we completed more than a one-to-one ABC, and what we've also done is we've done an expansion between the B2C leg here, folks, of 1.618. That typically, and it set up a really great Gartley sell. Now the question is just how strong is that? And so the dollar's pulling back. So if the dollar does pull back here, what will happen is we'll see the markets move higher. We'll see, the bonds move a little bit lower. And what I've always seen, when I say always, I mean like 95% of the time, when you set up one of these Gartley patterns where you've got this nice sacred geometry going, Phil, is what I've seen it at least pull back to the 0.382 of that A to D leg. So in this case here in the dollar index, that would be a pullback of 76.90. Now the cool thing about these Gartley patterns is that...
So that's okay, if it does pull back there,
yeah,
slow down. If it does pull back there, then that would be the B to C leg down, and then the C to D could bring it up to 84.
Absolutely, I think
correct.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually the cool thing about that, if that's how this market unfolds here over the course of the next couple of days, let's say, is it comes right back to a breakout area. So the amazing thing is how all of a sudden these retracement levels, when they hit and they come back to these to an areas where you had a breakout. Now, the other side of these patterns and the way that it works is when these patterns fail, they fail miserably. So if the dollar gets above 79.40 and starts making its way up to 83, today or on Monday, Phil, you're going to see the markets come tumbling down quick. You can stay on if you want to, Phil.
Well, I do. I want to put that together with gold.
Okay.
In the
877. You bet. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got our man Phil from Boston on the line. We were first taking a look at the dollar index. Now we're going to switch over to gold. Take her away, Phil. You still there?
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking about the dollar index and in correlation with gold, is because the rates are so low right now, and the dollar's holding up real strong. Not just the dollar against the euro. The dollar against the Canadian dollar, the dollar against the Australian dollar, the dollar against every currency in the world. It's strong. So that gives the government a chance to service their debt at a normal rate, okay, and keep the dollar strong. That's a nice combination.
Yes.
Now all they got to do is find a way to put jobs in.
Yes.
Okay, so people can pay their mortgage, and now they have a legit economy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, the wild card in the whole thing is that right now China's holding all the dollars and all the treasuries.
Yes.
Okay.
They're holding all the debt.
It's how much of diversification China's going to make out of their dollars. Because right now is a good time for them to sell it into strength.
Absolutely. Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
So that's
absolutely.
The real wild card is what they do.
That's right.
Now, nobody really knows because they don't give you any hints, and they don't let you know ahead of time. But when they move, they might be moving in a small way right now. If I was them, I'd be selling some.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be selling dollars right now and diversifying into other currencies or other businesses or whatever.
Well, but I think I think to a certain extent they've been doing that along the way too. They've been accumulating hard assets. They've been accumulating, companies and things of that sort. I think they're doing that. But one of the things is, we're certainly able to watch the charts and take a look at volume and take a look at patterns and, see what's going on out there. And, Phil, you called in maybe a week ago or so, and it was at 1750. I think there was a gap there maybe that you were looking at. And
1670 is a gap on gold.
That's right.
Strong support right there.
That's right.
And the breakout area on gold is 1485.
Yeah, well, that's 16.
So, it could go all the way down to 1485 and have nothing wrong with it.
Well, in the case of gold, that little gap that we have, folks, and those gaps, I like the Japanese term because it's called an open window. And just like at your home, if you had an open window at some point in time, you're going to do what? You're going to close it. Same thing happens in the stock market when you have these gaps. And so when you take a look at what's cool about this is that you can use these Fibonacci retracement numbers that we use. They're just mathematical numbers. And the 61% retracement, the 618 retracement on that, pulls gold back to 1648. As Phil was saying, there's an open gap, at the 1670 on the low of that candle. Right. That candle, folks, the low of that candle is 1644. The 618 is 1648. So that is the next logical level that we would see gold, get down to. It doesn't have to do it overnight. Of course, it's down, $50 today, $46 right now. It doesn't take long. It takes one more.
It's close enough right now that you would have to think that the odds would favor it, that it goes there.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you say that? And then
no
if
question.
It breaks through that by some stretch of the imagination, 1485 is wide open.
Yeah.
Below that.
Well, and then what you do there, then really you've got two more levels that you take a look at. The question would be, does it stop at the 0.786, which is 1573? The reality is it probably doesn't. You know, just as you're pointing out, gold tends to, you know, when it moves down quickly. And so, yeah, that 1478 area, Phil, that would end up being a move of a move. That's what you would see on really most chart patterns. So, you know, it's just like you. I'll be watching that 1648 area. It's nothing more than a retracement pattern. There's no other pattern, at least on the daily chart, folks. Not even an ABC pattern as it gets down there. So just a retracement. And as long as you don't have some major volume come out, you know, as long as there's not some liquidity event where the hedge funds have to unload, where selling begins more selling, then, you know, things will be okay. And I do think at some point in time, gold will get back up to those $1,900 levels. So. Oh,
for sure, yeah. It's the question. The wild card really is that China can move these markets.
Well,
that's no doubt in my mind that they're the drivers behind the whole deal right now.
Yeah, you know, a lot of things can certainly move the markets, but you know, fear can move the markets. Currency, absolutely, you know, is what's moving the markets. But if you're up in the morning, check it out. You know, if you follow the currencies, go take a look at the pound and the euro as they're trading from about 2 to 3 in the morning. I think we change over to daylight savings or off to standard time sometime in October, so you'll have to adjust that. But take a look at that, because that's when everybody in London is coming to work, and that's when the currency market really gets going. So, Phil,
I'll start looking at it Monday.
Okay.
Have a nice weekend.
You bet. Same to you. Thanks for calling. Always good to hear from you. Folks, 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the markets. You know, right now we've got everything is a little green except for the Dow. And what I wanted to show you here is I'm going to go back to the futures contracts, because it helps to understand what's going on in the futures marketplace. Because, you know, what I love to see is I love to see these patterns complete overnight. So I showed you the ES Mini. And if we took, you know, during the show here, during the next segment, or because we've got 2 minutes left in this one, during the next segment, we'll go take a look at the ETFs. We'll go take a look at the SPY. When we take a look at the SPY didn't give us a confirming signal in the market yesterday that there was a bounce. But what was nice was that the ES Mini, the futures contract, did this morning when it completed this Gartley buy pattern. So then all of a sudden we had some real synergy in the markets. And that's why you really want to understand these chart patterns, or you want to subscribe to services like mine where I can educate you, I can teach you, and try it for 30 days, folks. It's free. I mean, other than putting down a credit card, it's absolutely free. You'll get your money back. If you don't, you know, even if you want to accept that as my gift to you, even if you know that you're not going to subscribe to the service on day 31, accept it as my gift. Allow, you know, if you allow me to give gifts, the universe will provide me with more gifts. That's the way that it works. So you have to take that gift. If we go take a look at the other indexes out here, the other patterns, let's take a look at the Dow futures. The Dow futures completed an ABC pattern that completed at 10,465. What did the Dow in the futures market get down to? 10,469, folks. 10,469. So the futures market went ahead in the Dow and confirmed a pattern. If we go take a look at the Russell 2000, what did the Russell 2000 do? The Russell 2000 had an AB equals CD pattern complete at 639. Probably the 1.272 wasn't hit, but that had completed an AB equals CD pattern yesterday. If we go take a look at the NASDAQ futures, give me 1 second here to pull that up before we go to break. NASDAQ futures, what did they do? The NASDAQ futures simply came down and simply tested the swing point from August the 9th. That August the 9th is a real important swing point. You'll see when we get back from break. 877-927-6648. Thanks so much for being here with me.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. EverBank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call EverBank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877 877-471-5970 and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970. Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed, with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. Glad that you're joining me, and stay tuned because coming up next you've got Tom O'Brien and me, the Money Masters, and in the on-deck circle we got Basil Chapman, and then to take us home for the afternoon we got Nico DeHaan. Then at 3 to 4 we got David White, who will warm things up. He's the warm-up band for Tom O'Brien from 4 to 6. And folks, I hope you've got your vision for unstoppable success. I know you do if you're listening in here. And, you know, one of the things that we did yesterday when I started the 9 o'clock show was I pretty much went straight to the chart so that I could help you understand what was going on, the fear and greed, what it was that we were looking at. And I gave you really a trade setup, if you will. And so I don't know if you didn't take that trade setup, you've got to really understand why. Write down those reasons, because there are times where, and if your reason was because you were looking for certainty, because you were afraid of losing money, then what you really want to do is go over to Channel 5 and watch my 30-minute webinar on money management, because you'll understand the rules, some of the rules of the game of money management. When I take a look at what we were talking about yesterday, we were taking a look at saying we want to take a look at two specific stock indices. We want to take a look at the ETF for the small caps. That's the IWM. And what we were looking at specifically, because that is the weak link out here, and we were taking a look at the August 9th day. We're taking a look at that volume of 207 million shares. 63.76 was the low. And I said we want to see a test of that on lighter volume and a close above that. What did the IWM do yesterday? It hit it with 159 million shares, got down to 63.49, so it definitely tested it. Closed at 64.73. That is a successful test that says that the small caps should bounce up from here. We'll do a 618 retracement, a 786, a 382. We'll go all the way up to the top of the range. Only time will tell. We'll watch it as the volume unfolds here. I then also said you want to take a look at the leading ETF on the way down here, which was technology, which was the Qs. The Qs, which is the top 100 stocks out here. And we take a look at the Qs. What I was talking about here, folks, I was again using the same swing point. I was using August the 9th. We had 193 million shares. And what I said, go back and listen to the archive, is I said, we want to see a test of the high there, that 53.08. And we want to see that done on lighter volume. We want to see it get into that swing point, and we want to see it close above that. What did the Qs do yesterday? The Qs got down with 150 million shares, got down to a low of 52.75, closed at 53.58. It gave you the signal to go ahead and play a bounce out of here. Of course, we never know exactly where the markets are going. We let the markets tell us where they're going by taking a look at volume, by taking a look at patterns. Now, so how do you put all this together? Well, you still want to go over, just like Kevin, who called from Massachusetts, our first caller, where we're taking a look at the NYA. That close on the NYA is really, really important. We've got to get above that candle, that weekly candle, folks. And so, again, just let's go over here real quickly. Let's find out what that is for you. You want to see it close above that on a weekly basis. And all it means is that we're just simply out of harm's way for a short period of time. That low, that where we need to see that close above is 68.27.13, and we're trading at 67.54. So we'll have a heck of a bounce today if we're going to get above that candle. I think there's a chance, and stay tuned for Tom and I. Thanks so much for letting me into your living room, your den, your office, wherever it is you're listening from, because, folks, what I know sincerely, folks, is that you've got an amazing power. And you jazz me up. You help me take things up to another level. You help me find another gear. But your power, folks, what it will bring you is miraculous outcomes. You can cure incurable diseases. It's Financial Freedom Friday, folks, and you can have that financial abundance. So thanks for being with me, folks, and I will see you in just a few minutes. Have a great weekend. And always, folks, live with gratitude.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process